Welcome to 2024. It's the Money Watch Show for Tuesday, January 2nd. And we are here trying to help you make better financial decisions in the year ahead, also every single day. I'm Jill Schlesinger, CBS News business analyst and certified financial planner. I'm joined by Mark Talercio, who's also a certified financial planner. And together, we love hosting this program. We love answering your questions. And if you have one, all you need to do is go to our website, jillonmoney.com. Click the Contact Us button, write your note, and let us know if you would like to join us on the air live. Now, there are many ways to join us because we have podcasts and radio shows. And of course, we have our brand new YouTube videos. Woohoo! It's Jill on Money, powered by The Compound. If you want more information about that and you want to subscribe and like us and really join us as much as possible here at Jill on Money, all you need to do is go to our website, jillonmoney.com, and you'll scroll down and you'll see Jill on Money, powered by The Compound. Again, this is a YouTube video show. It's so much fun. I'm so happy to join my friends at The Compound, and hope you join us too. Okay, enough with that. Let's get to you. Today, we're talking to Brian, who's on the line from Texas. Hi, Brian. How are you?
Good, Jill. Good, Mark. How y'all doing?
We are doing well. You're allowed to say y'all because you're from Texas, but otherwise I don't. I had this woman who I was friendly with. She was from California, from Northern California, and she lived in New York City, and she kept saying y'all. I'm like, this is weird. This is like when Madonna had a British accent after living in London for 3 minutes. So you can say y'all, but don't call me ma'am. What can we do for you, Brian? What's going on?
Oh, ma'am is in my, I was born and raised to say that, but so I was talking to my wife before last night, talking about this call, and she asked, so what is your question? And I realized I'm not really sure. I just want to make sure I'm on track and see if there's anything I can do with our extra cash, and if we need to change from all Roth that I'm in right now to change that around.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. So let's go through this. First of all, how old are you, Brian?
I am 31.
I like how 32. You think about that. 32. Okay.
Yes.
Changing my vote. 32. What about your wife?
She is 34.
Do you guys have kids?
2 kids, one 8 and one 13 months.
Ooh, this is so strange, Mark, because we just had another caller who had the same 7-8 year differential between the kids. So that's so interesting. How is it with a 13-month-old after you were out of diapers for a long time, you guys? So how is it the second time around?
Well, she is my stepdaughter. I entered the picture when she was about 4.
Okay.
So, but it's the most stressful blessing I think I've ever had.
Mark, do you worry about Theo every single minute?
No, actually, I don't. That's not me. I know parents that are wired that way. No, that's not me.
You're not stressed.
No, like my babysitter texts me. She's like, "Oh, I'm going to take him to Brooklyn to go on the carousel." Fine by me.
All right, that's fine. No sweat. All right, Brian, you're a little more nervous, but it's okay. So tell us, do you guys both work full time?
I work full time, and she stays at home.
Okay, and how much do you earn?
My salary is around $78,500, and that doesn't include bonus or overtime. I do get VA disability at $27,500 a year. There's a little bit of child support. The total net is around $100,500 is what I kind of.
All right, $100,000. Don't worry, I got you. Okay, and so you're paying some child support.
No, we're receiving.
Sorry, okay, receiving. So she's receiving some child support. You're receiving disability, but it does not prevent you from working, which is good. So you're still working. So it's about $100,000 a year. How is your cash flow based on this $100,000 a year? Like, how are you guys feeling this? Is it hard? Are you tight? Or you said you had a little extra money, so I presume that's good news. But tell me what you're thinking about right now.
Not tight. We were just going over the budget together last night because it was a 3-pay month, and we usually always have extra after deductions and everything. We have our 2024 Roth IRAs funded. So we maxed out this year, and next year's funded. So any extra money we kind of throw at 529s and save for in our sinking funds.
That's awesome. So do you have a retirement plan through work from on that basic $78,000 income?
Yes, I do a Roth 401k and they
Mm-hmm.
match 2%. So right now only putting in 4% and then they match 2% whether I did 4 or 2. Looking
Mm-hmm.
to up that, but doing 15 in the employee stock purchase plan, which I've heard you mention before, you're not that crazy about.
What? Oh, God. This guy works at Dell or he works at some big petroleum company and he's going to tell me how much money he made. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not thrilled about that, but how much money's in there right now in the stock purchase plan, the employee stock purchase plan?
So right now there's about 8,000, although it
Mm-hmm.
took a huge hit. It was at 25, but I'm just kind
Mm.
of sitting tight.
Yeah, so stop putting that 15% in. That would be my number one first thing to say. Okay, but you're putting 4% in your Roth 401k. You get a 2% match. You're maxing out your Roth IRAs, the two of you, right?
Yes, and then she's in the reserves, and she putting about 50% of her reserve pay, which is only about 2,500 a year, into the TSP.
All right. So right now, let's do some totals. If you just give me the basics, your Roth 401k, how much is in there?
8,000.
Okay. And then there's 8,000 in your employee stock purchase plan. How about the Roth IRAs? What do you guys have in there?
Mine has 17,600 and hers has 6,700.
And then she's got a TSP, right?
Yes, my TSP is at 63 and hers is at about 57.
That's great. So that's where the bulk of the money is right now. And what about, do you have a brokerage account, something, like a fun money account, not so fun, whatever?
A lot of it's more sitting in our checking and savings account. Our total cash
Mm-hmm.
right now around 80,000, but again 14 is marked for 2024 and then
Okay.
21,000 is for our emergency fund.
But you got some cash that's on hand right now. Do you guys own a home?
We do. We bought it. We just hit our year mark. We bought it at 387,000, so I'm assuming it's probably valued around that.
Let's say 400 because I like round numbers. What's the mortgage?
350,
And what's the interest rate on the mortgage?
4.75.
Not bad. You snuck in.
We
snuck
just snuck
in.
in.
Woof. You happy there? It's a good place for you guys?
Yes, I think we want to. I was born and raised here, so I think we want to stay in this home at least until the kids are out.
Well, you got a long way to go with 13-month-old mister. You said something about a 529 plan. Tell me what's going on in the 529s.
The 529s are just kind of something that we add as we have extra money. There's about 3,200 in each account. One thing is that my wife was considering transferring her GI Bill, and she can split that 50-50 between them. And then we would each be able to provide the Hazelwood Act because we both signed up for the Air Force here in Texas. So they could benefit from part of the GI Bill and the Hazelwood Act. So we don't know how much to do with 529s.
So that's interesting. So you know that at least, I think it's fair to say about half of the college needs would be taken care of, right?
Sounds about right.
But, just because we're splitting one and then, so let's say half. Are you methodically putting money into the 529 or are you just doing it when you get a bonus, say?
Just when we have extra money or a bonus.
Okay, that's great. And you guys have life insurance?
A little short on life insurance. I think I have 100 through my wife covering me through the reserves, and then my salary, one time's my salary at work. Probably
you need more. Yeah, are you a healthy dude? Don't tell me you smoke because it makes it very hard. All right, good.
Pretty healthy dude. The disabilities
pretty healthy
are all
dude.
just broken shoulders and knees.
Oh, just. I jumped out of a plane and broke my shoulder. Get yourself $1 million 20-year term policy. That's all you need. And what about estate documents? You got that?
I knew you were going to ask about that. I have the drafts in my document folder. I just need to get it signed by.
Come on! I thought military people had to get it before you go into. I know that before you travel, you have to, because my nephew had to get had to have a will done before they let him go overseas.
I have my beneficiaries all set, but the actual documents, I have them all 3 drafted.
Brian, you get a demerit right now for this. Okay.
I knew it was coming.
So I know, right? When you said to me, like, when we started the conversation, my wife wanted to know, like, what is it? Am I on track? I think that you are on track. There's a couple of things that I'm noticing. So first of all, I am not a huge fan of the employee stock purchase plans for exactly the reason you just outlined, which is you had something that you thought was worth $25,000 that went to $8,000. I mean, I know it could have been 25 went to 50. I wouldn't want money that you have available to you guys to go into that. Now, I think that if you took that same amount of money that's going into the employee stock purchase plan and instead redirected it into your Roth 401k, I'd be psyched. You already have it. Don't sell it. I agree with you. Just hang in there. It's fine. I would not put any more money into that. And I would instead focus on my Roth 401k. I really would. I don't see why there's any, right now you said you're putting in 4% with a 2% match. Well, you could be putting in 20% with a 2% match. Who's the 401k provider for your current plan?
Fidelity.
Done. Okay. You can now go and put, again, it's the same money. You're not going to feel a cash flow change, right? Because it's just the money that was going into the employee stock purchase. You're going to redirect it and put it in the Roth 401k. Now, the money that you have in cash, what are we going to do with this? You've got, of the 80, 35 is spoken for. Is that what you said? 14 and 21?
Correct.
Okay. So what do you think your monthly spend is?
I'm not really sure because the way that we budget, it includes the money we put into sinking funds, but I would probably say
5 or 6.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm thinking. All right. So now we know you're going to have the 14 and the 21, which means that, you know what? If you have $40,000 or $50,000 in cash on hand, that's what you probably need. If you wanted to just like top off your 529s a little bit, maybe this year or next year, or when you get a bonus, that's fine. I mean, I would say that like you have like an operating budget, you probably need 20, 25 grand all the time. But if you have another extra 20, then just make sure that is, getting some money on, like earning some money. And then if you get a bonus or something good happens, you can pop some money in the 529, just like you're doing it. I don't think you have to make it methodical. And I think you guys are on track. You seem to me, if your big question is, are we on track? My answer is, I think you are. Brian, do you have any other questions for us?
I guess you said I'm on track, but what age? I know it's going to depend on what I'm spending.
Dude, it's like, are you kidding me? First of all, you're way, it's too early in this. Mark, give him an age so I don't have to worry about this.
I can't answer that. When we say this, we're thinking traditional numbers, like we're thinking 60 years old and north.
Right. But if you have another kid, or all of a sudden you say, no, I'm not going to have another kid, but like my salary jumps up or your wife goes back to work, all these things can change. It's too early in the process. To know that you're on track just is what all we're saying is you're living within your means, you're saving money, you're doing what you need to do. I don't want you to stress about this. The only thing you should be stressed about is your estate documents. And you're not stressed about that because I'm just nagging the hell out of you about it. But you need to get your estate documents. You need to get your life insurance. You need to move that money that's going into the stock purchase plan into your Roth 401k. And then like take those 3 action items and call me in a year. How about that?
I'll do those 3. Will do.
All right. I'm into 3s. This is what they teach you on network television. Don't give them more than 3 things. The viewer can't handle it. I think you can, but like that's all you really need to worry about right now. You're in great shape for where you are. You're on track and things are going to change. So we're here for you. So keep in touch with us. How's that?
Sounds good.
All right, ma'am. You're the best. Thank you so much for getting in touch with us. If you need some guidance, some direction, you want to try to identify the path forward in some way, shape, or form for something going on in your life, remember, your life is really the driving force here. The money is the means to help you get where you want to go. Get in touch with us. Go to JillOnMoney.com. Click the Contact Us button. And don't forget, if you want to join us live, just check off one of those boxes. We are very grateful that you do this, and we are so excited to start the year with you on strong footing. And when I say we, I mean me and Mark Talercio. He is the co-host and executive producer of this program. He's also the web king. We're distributed by Paramount Global, and we drop our episodes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Don't forget to leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. And of course, lift someone up. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you on Thursday.